Many money making methods require you to do something that has no impact on your progression, which is why I gathered 5 methods that will get you money while still progressing in the game. Everyone needs to do Enderman Slayer at some point in the game, and you can make a lot of money from it by killing zealots and zealot bruisers instead of the endermans and voidlings. This will allow you to raise up money while grinding for the Judo Shortbow or Terminator while doing the necessary grind that everyone has to do. This is especially good because you do need the Enderman Slayer when you do higher tiers, if that be for the combat XP or the 30% less damage. But it also gets you a 25% increase in special zealots, meaning 25% more money. So for tiers 1 and 2, if you manage to get a good lobby and a weapon like the Frozen Scythe, or even like 400 speed and just a sword, you should be able to get about 7.7 million coins per hour with Enderman and 6.7 million without. Just make sure you upgrade the Zilak perk just a little bit because it adds a bit. For tiers 3 and 4, you should be able to kill the Zealot Bruisers in one shot, oh god. And what you should be doing now is have your final destination armor on you while you kill them, which I know obviously, and sell it afterwards because you get some kills and it raises up the price. So if you have a great weapon like the Juju, you can make a lot of money from doing this. Now this said, you won't be able to make as much money as tier 1 and 2 because the bosses get a lot longer in higher tiers. I need to make a video. Okay, never mind. It's important to notice that you can kill the zealots instead of the zealot bruisers. What I found is that it's easier to find a good lobby in the zealot instead of the zealot bruisers, but you do get less from a good lobby if you do it in the zealot instead of the zealot bruisers. And for more details, wait till we get to the end. Now, fishing is a generally good skill for money, and in my opinion, it's one of the best skills in the entire game. But you can maximize both XP and money gain by fishing in the Spooky Festival. Even for the ones who dislike fishing, this means you'll get the most XP by doing the least amount of fishing. Like if every week you do one Spooky Festival, you can upgrade your fishing skill by quite a lot by doing very small amount of fishing. The fact that there are so many people fishing during the Spooky Festival means you only need a dolphin and Shredder, which only 300k, basic armor, basic equipment, to get 22 million coins an hour. And if you have shark armor and the better equipment, like the first tier of equipment, and you have fishing 26, you can get 35 million coins an hour. The way to do this is you fish in the park for 40 minutes, and while it rains in the spider's den, you go there to fish in the rain. And also very important, you need the Chump Cup bucket. This gives you so much money. The Agorimu tanks go for quite a lot in the bazaar. And if you have 4 people in the lobby, which you probably will have, you'll get 16 more fishing speed. Now last 2 things. If you do good damage and you see someone got a Phantom Fisher or a Grim Reaper, just go around and do as much damage as you can to it. You actually get quite a lot of stuff from Lucher. The second thing is that this applies also to the fishing festival, especially if Marina has more than one perk, which for now, it's very good. Powder grinding is something that everyone has to do, and you can actually make quite a bit of money from it. Even with the basic setup, I just have mineral armor, I have the jungle pickaxe, and I have armadillo. And with 1.5 million gemstone powder, which most of it, okay, don't be mad, is for the Great Explorer, because otherwise it's very annoying. You can actually make 9 million coins an hour by doing this, obviously taking the chests, but I can't be bothered. Now you can upgrade this method by getting the mithril equipment, upgrading to the snail pet, which actually gives more mining spread than the armadillo, getting a higher mining level, which obviously I calculated the 9 million before with mining 25, not 47. And at last getting more powder, and I mean like quite a bit of more powder. You can get around 18 million coins from doing this. Now powder grinding is so long and horrible, you have to do it for a very long time. Oh wait. No, I meant an advantage of this method is that you need to do it for a very long time. So you can make a lot of money from doing this. Yes, yes. The Rift is actually a very good place to get money, but most of the methods actually don't help you progress. So I'm gonna give you some that do. Now the first thing is, while you actually progress in the Rift, while you get from the start, you slowly upgrade all your stuff, you actually get a lot of motes, which then can be transferred into coins, and I'll talk about it a bit later. But where you get the most motes is the Steel Grow Chateau. The Vampire Slayer gives you so much motes because you have boss drops which can be transferred into motes or sold for money. You kill a lot of mobs which actually give a very good amount of motes for each one. I got 200 and it adds up. But what I found to give you so much motes is actually the particles. After doing tier 5 and 4s, you should be getting yourself some burgers. And these burgers gives you 40 motes on all pickup, each one of them. Now it's time for the last part, how to transfer all your motes into money. The first method is to buy things here in the auction, transfer them to the real world, and then sell them. This is very good, but there is a better method in my opinion. If you are willing to do a bit of grinding to get yourself more money, what you can do is to kill shadow cruxes and then buy refraction books at the Mirrorverse. This can give you 16 million per hour multiplied by your Crux fortune, even after you subtract how many coins the motes themselves are worth from the auction. This means that if you have 100 fortune, you can get 32 million coins per hour. This is kinda crazy. The final method is the best one in my opinion, which is just to do dungeons. Almost all floors after floor 4 are profitable. You get Catacombs XP and a decent amount of combat XP. And that's not talking about the fact that it's fun. But which Skyblock player actually cares about that? You care about the money. Now, just like everything else in life, some floors are better than others. If you do runs with your friends, you can get a lot of money from floor 4 and floor 7. And even if you have apes on your party, you can still get 9 mini-trans for floor 4 and 13 mini-trans for floor 7, which is actually very decent. Now on screen right now there are probably a video or two that go into great detail about the methods that I talked about, and I'll probably do another video like this, so if you want to see it, please subscribe, it helps out a lot.